I was on a sunset boat cruise on the ocean last night with my wife Krista and daughter Emery, with a group of 75 people here from our community in Naples. And one of the leaders in our community here on the board of directors walks up, incredible guy from Rhode Island, and successful, really vibrant, passionate guy, successful entrepreneur and husband and father. He walks up to me and shakes my hand as soon as I get on the boat, and he says, "Man, Michael," he says, "you look 10 years younger." Michael McLean, coach. I am a former professional and amateur championship hockey coach. I own a couple of my own amateur hockey franchises, and I turned into an 8-figure entrepreneur in multiple businesses. You can subscribe to my daily broken iPhone email videos like this. I shoot these ugly videos every day, send them to your email box every morning at 6 a.m. Not everybody's cup of tea, but michaelmclean.coach. Nothing to buy. It's a free subscription to my daily broken iPhone videos. So Chris and we get on the boat last night. Just fantastic weather last night, 81, sunny. The sunset cruise was just out on the ocean, about 15 minutes from here. And these neighbor trips are the best. You get to meet some people you haven't met before, some people that I'm playing tennis and pickleball with, and just have a good time. And we just got up to the top floor, and the boat's just pulling up, and one of the guys I see from time to time, he lives 6 months a year here and 6 months a year in Rhode Island. Really successful guy. He's about 60 years old and living life and doing business on his own terms. New grandfather, all that good stuff. And he comes up and he says to me just out of the blue, it actually startled me, and he says, "Man," he says, "you look 10 years younger, Michael." And I didn't say anything. I wasn't sure if I even heard him correctly. And I was sitting there with Emery and Emery's friend. And so after that, I didn't think of it. That doesn't happen very often at age 55. How many times have you had people walk up to you and say, "Man, Gordon, you look 10 years younger today," especially man to man, right? Doesn't happen. So my wife Krista was downstairs getting a drink, and she comes back up and she's got a Diet Coke for me and a glass of Prosecco for herself and a bottle of lemonade for the girls. And she sits down beside me and she says, I met so-and-so down there. And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "He just said to me, 'I can't believe how great you look.' And he goes, 'I can't believe how young Michael looks.'" Now, you got to enjoy these compliments because they come once every decade, right? If you're doing the right things. The point of this story is this, okay? I have recommitted myself to fitness and health and nutrition since the Badass New Year. The Badass New Year was December 1st. Badasses like you don't wait till January 1st. That's for normies. So I hit the ground running on December 1st. And I started going to the gym 4 times a week for half an hour. That's it. 2 hours a week. Less than 1% of my time is spent in the gym. Okay, and we have a gym right beside us here in Naples. At home, I got to get in the car and drive, 5-10 minutes. But I haven't been in the gym in decades, ever since I was coaching hockey, because I had so much of that. As a player and as a coach, I just was anchored. I don't want to go to the gym anymore. I'm going to walk every day for an hour. And I did that for 20 years. And I lost 23 pounds 20 years ago when I got fat in the insurance business. I was able to drop all the weight, drink a gallon of water a day, walk an hour a day, and it worked for me. But once I hit my 40s and 50s, my wife, who's a personal strength coach, she's a yoga teacher, she's worked with football teams, the whole deal. And she's been saying to me literally for the last 15 years, you gotta do strength training, Michael. You know, your walk is fantastic. You know, your Hindu squats are fantastic. The water's fantastic. At age 50, you gotta start doing weight training. You're losing 1 to 2% of your body muscle fat a year. She says, you gotta get going. So of course I didn't take her advice. And here I am 15 years later. And finally on December 1st, I had enough. I said, that's it. I said, I'm in good shape. I want to get in spectacular shape. I want to get in shape in the next year with diet, with exercise, with body weight, with some gym training. 1% of the time, I said, I'm going to get in the best shape that I've been in my life. So that was my one new goal for 2024. So here I am, 2.5 months in. I started on December 1st. And here we are, you know, the second part of February. And I've run into a couple of people who haven't seen me for a month, 2 months, even since last year. One of Krista's girlfriends, she met me a month ago, and she's like, wow, she says, you have trimmed down. Not, oh, you're a skinny fuck, or you look unhealthy, or are you sick, or something like that. No. You man have trimmed down, because I'm not just losing weight, I'm also lifting weight. I'm also putting on muscle and gradually getting rid of fat. I'm retraining my body how to burn fat and not muscle. So I have a long way to go. I got years and years and years to go here. And I'm only putting in 4 days a week for half an hour on the clock. No TV, no music, no iPhone, none of that shit. I walk over and the clock starts at 0, and I walk out of that gym after 30 minutes. And I have worked my entire upper body on a certain day, or my entire lower body, 5-6 exercises, 3 sets, and core. And plus I have my morning walks every day. So I'm investing 30 minutes, 2 hours a week of absolutely dialed in focused time. And I have people coming up to me, almost strangers, and saying, you look 10 years younger. Man, do you look lean. What do you think that does for a person's self-image and self-esteem? Well, you know what it does. It makes you it inspires you to do more. It inspires you to do more. Because admittedly, I'm getting up in the dark at 6 o'clock every day, 5:59, and I'm walking over to the gym 5 minutes from here, and I'm bagging myself for 30 minutes, and there's not a lot of applause, and there's not a lot of attaboys, and there's not a lot of pats on the back. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my queen, I'm doing it for my kid, but most importantly, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for me. So it's really nice when you put in the work. And like I said, I'm just getting started. I'm not even close to where I need to be. And I know, that there's absolutely no finish line. I'm dedicated to this until it's over for me. But just the difference in nutrition and what you put in your mouth. Like 80 to 90% of my success and your success is what you put in your pie hole. What have you put in your mouth? The foods that I'm eating, I'm not starving myself. I feel good. I don't feel tired. I don't have the peaks and valleys anymore. Like I feel fantastic. And I'm doing that through nutrition. I'm eating lots of eggs and lots of steamed vegetables, and I'm drinking lots of water. And I'm eating lots of meat and fish, and I just feel fantastic. I don't have that dip after lunch that I used to. The peaks and valleys, my thinking is clear. I don't drink alcohol. I don't eat any processed white sugar or white flour. I've got rid of the wheat and the processed grains, the breads and all that stuff, and I just feel fantastic. And then on top of that, I'm doing a whole bunch body weight exercises, push-ups, Hindu squats, planks. I'm doing some weight stuff, and less than 1% of my week. Less than 1% of my week. Like 30 minutes, next day 30 minutes, take a day off, 30 minutes, 4 days a week, plus my hour and 10-minute walk here. So I just want to share with you that you don't have to go into this whole big thing about I don't have time and stuff like that. And I get after it first thing in the morning. I tried, and that's a bad word, I was trying to make this happen in the afternoon. Well, I'm going to go to the gym in the afternoon. And it used to, the first 2 months, it hung over my head. I was like, oh, I got to get the gym this afternoon. I got to get the gym. And then I finally stopped myself and I said, what's your rule, Michael? What do you preach? Well, I preach that whatever's your number one priority, whatever's your hardest, most impactful challenge of the day, that's the first thing you attack every morning. I used to attack walking. I used to attack reading. I used to attack copywriting. Whatever the first, hardest, most difficult, most challenging, most impactful thing that I needed the most discipline, I would attack that thing first thing in the morning until it's a habit, until it's like brushing your teeth. You don't have to do it anymore. Well, that's what I'm in the process. I'm not there yet of doing with my training. By the way, like Tim Grover, I don't call it a workout. He says never call it he never let Michael Jordan call it a workout. He goes, I don't want that word. It's called training. We're training for you to be the greatest basketball in history. We're training to make you the most mentally tough athlete on planet Earth. We're training you. So I took a page out of Tim Grover's book and call it training. And my training is an hour walk, which I've been doing for 2 decades, and then 30 focused minutes. And in the gym, I'm the only person that doesn't have a phone. I'm the only person that's focused on the job. And I walk in there and I pound out my 5, 6 exercises, 3 sets, and then I walk out and the guys and gals are like staring at me. They're like, where's he going? Well, I haven't been on my phone texting my girlfriend or my wife. I haven't been watching fucking videos. I haven't been talking to my boss. I haven't been doing everything and anything but work. Instead, I'm just go, 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 go. After the 30 minutes, I'm bagged, I'm finished, and I walk home for lunch, or I walk home for breakfast now. That's it. That's it. I do one thing. So, one thing for less than 1% of the time in my week. I'm giving this stuff, I'm giving the training, the weight training and the body weight training, less than 1% of my week's time. And it's pretty nice trade-off when people walk up to you already and say, man, you look younger, you look 10 years younger, you look fitter, you look leaner. I don't give a shit about weight. I've never had a weight issue in my life. Okay? Since I got fat for a couple months in the insurance business, I've never had a weight issue. But I want more energy. My mom and dad are 90. I want that energy, what they have, non-stop at that age. I want to be able to coach my daughter, chase her around, go rollerblading with her, play pickleball with her, play tennis with her. I want to be able to go walking and hiking with Krista. All that stuff takes energy. It takes energy. I don't want to be a participant sitting on the couch, or I'm too stiff, or I'm too sore. And the one thing I'll say before I go is a hidden benefit that I forgot about, but it's maybe the biggest benefit next to mental and emotional health. When I train first thing in the morning, it almost guarantees I have an amazing day. I'm not kidding. I notice the difference between the 4 days that I get up and go to the gym and the 3 days that I don't have to. Just by, walking's great, but just by doing those those, bench press and squats and dips and pull-ups. Just by doing that 30 minutes of lifting, those days are superior to the days where I just walk. So I got to listen to Matt Fury, and I got to find a way to take no days off. Like Matt always says with training, he says, the lion in the jungle or the zebra or the leopard or the tiger, they don't take days off in the jungle. They move, they stretch, they exercise. So I got to find a way to guarantee amazing days by being a little more active every day, even the days that I'm not lifting. So the benefit that I can't believe is, and this is diet change. Since I got rid of the processed white sugar, the processed white flour, and the processed white salt, those are the three white evils that I've got rid of in the last 2.5 months. I'm telling you right now, I used to get out of bed every day or get out of a chair and I feel like a guy that played 18 years of hockey. I felt like a guy who played tackle football. Lots of hits, lots of miles, lots of pain, lots of discomfort. It's almost all gone. How is that possible at age 55? Well, it's possible because by getting rid of processed white sugar, processed flour, and processed white salt, the inflammation in my body has been greatly reduced. And I didn't really know. I was just like, oh, I feel great, but I also am not in pain anymore. I don't feel like a retired hockey player. I don't feel like a guy who took a lot of hits in sports. Like now I get out of bed and I feel amazing. That's because of what I'm putting in my mouth. So I've found a way, I've almost stumbled upon a way to reduce inflammation in my body. So it's all benefits, it's all wow, and it's all less than 1% of my entire week. It really is. That's what I've been amazed at, that I don't have to go in and lift for 2 hours or an hour and a half or any of that shit. It's just 30 minutes gone, 30 minutes gone, 30 minutes gone, and it almost guarantees that I have a good day. It almost guarantees that I have a good day. So, speaking of guaranteeing you have a good day, today is the last day to sign up for my first edition, my inaugural edition of Badass Copy. It's my new print copywriting newsletter that I ship to your home or business. You can still get the fat $50 discount if you sign up today below. Instead of $300 a month, it'll be $247. The link is below, badasscopy.coach. Why is this so expensive compared to other newsletters? Because I'm teaching you how to write yourself a swimming pool. I'm teaching you how to write a vacation home. I'm teaching you how to write a check for your kid's college. I'm teaching you how to buy a new car with words. That's why. I wish there was a print newsletter that was $200 or $247. And in this month, I break down a video for you of one of Gary Halbert's all-time greatest ads, Stop Murdering Your Money. That itself is worth thousands of dollars. This newsletter is not big and thick like my other. It's 8 pages, and it teaches you how to turn words into money, how to sit down and write yourself a kitchen renovation, how to sit down and write a family vacation to Hawaii, how to sit down and write a trip around the world. Nothing loftier than that. If that interests you, that's great. If it doesn't interest you, that's great as well. The link is below, and the deadline is today. Badasscopy.coach. You notice that it's liquid sunshine today. It's been pouring rain all day, and I just got in my 71-minute walk. I waited and waited for it to stop raining, and then I said, screw it, let's do it. The old Harley Davidson, screw it, let's ride. And you know what? Changing my life's only taking 1% of my time going to the gym, but I'll tell you, you do have to do the 1% every day. That's the catch. You can do something for an hour, half an hour, for 10 minutes, but you better do it every fucking day. That's what I'll tell you. If you're gonna be one of those candy asses who takes a day off here, day off there, 2 days here, 4 days on, 3 days miss, it ain't gonna work. It's about massive consistency. Winning is about massive consistency. So I'm only giving 1% of my time to getting in the best physical, mental, and emotional shape of my life. But I'm doing it every damn day, including a day where it's pouring rain. That's it. Deadline is tonight at 6 p.m. badasscopy.coach. 2 words that changed my life, 2 words that can change yours. Be relentless.